Tech for Seniors present the website of the week with Huey Poplock.
Before we look at this week's website, let's talk about graphics, specifically image formats. There are hundreds of image formats. We're going to be looking at the most used. That's JPEG or JPG, PNG, GIF or GIF, depending on how you want to pronounce it, SVG, and WebP. JPEG is a lossy compression specification that takes advantage of human perception. It can achieve compression ratios of 1 to 10 without any perceivable difference in quality. Beyond this, the compression artifacts become more prominent. Because JPEG compression works by averaging out colors of nearby pixels, JPEG images are best suited for photographs and paintings of natural scenes, where the variations in color and intensity are smooth. However, if an image contains text or lines where a sharp contrast between adjacent pixels is desired to highlight the proper shape, this lossy compression technique does not yield good results. PNG is a lossless image format using deflate compression. No data is lost during compression, and no compression artifacts are introduced in the image. For this reason, a PNG image would retain higher quality as an image than JPEG and would look a lot sharper. It would also occupy more space on the disk. This makes it unsuitable for storing or transferring high-resolution digital photographs, but a great choice for images with text, logos, and shapes with sharp edges. GIF is also a lossless image format that uses LZW compression algorithm. It was favored over PNG for simple graphics in websites in its early days because the support of PNG was still growing. Given that PNG is now supported across all major devices, and that PNG compression is about 5 to 25% better than GIF compression. GIF images are now mainly used only if the image contains animations. SVG, or Scalable Vector Graphics. Defined in a vector graphics format, SVG images can be scaled in size without loss of quality. SVG images and their behaviors are defined in XML text files, which means that they can be searched, indexed, and scripted and compressed. As XML files, SVG images can be created and edited with any text editor, as well as with drawing software. The most used web browsers render SVG files. If your club or organization has someone develop a logo for you, you want to make sure you get an SVG file to go along with other files like JPEGs or PNGs, because it will be easily scalable for anything that you want, whether it be a small icon or a very large picture or part of your stationery. WebP is superior to JPEG for lossy compression of photographs. It's superior to PNG for lossless compression. Disregarding all the recent buzz, WebP is actually quite old. It was first announced back in 2010 and has since been upgrading and improving until its current state. It's become a popular topic lately as it pulled ahead in the next-gen image format wars. As of this writing, it's supported on Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, Opera, and the most recent Safari. iOS 14 and above supports WebP. WebP has faster loading times, less media storage, and transparency and animation, but it's not supported by all browsers, and the quality is still reduced. So the summary of the major image formats, and this is a good chart that kind of compares them. And here is another chart comparing whether it's lossy or lossless. Notice GIF has a maximum of 256 colors. So let's get started with this week's website, Clean PNG, and it's at www.cleanpng.com. Today's website is Clean PNG. When you look at it, you're going to say, well, what does this website do? Well, it's a library of transparent PNG art at your fingertips, as they say, or for you to download. If you wish, you can also upload your own to share with other people. Just looking quickly, you can see some of the featured PNGs that are on the front page. And as we come down here, you'll see some topics that you can search on and then search more. So there's a whole bunch of topics. These will be added to and changed by season, but you can click on any of them. You can search the PNG for whatever you'd like. So let's try elder. Sometimes senior finds some things, elder is another, but let's go ahead and by searching for elder, came across one picture here that I like. It's an elderly couple. I'll click on this, and this is what the picture looks like. See all these little squares in the background? That means it's transparent. That's going to show up as whatever's in the background of whatever you're putting it on top of. Now, that sounds confusing. Well, I pretty much showed you everything there is to know about Clean PNG. You can search on different topics. You can do all the searching that you want. When you're done, you can say, okay, I want to download. So you just click the download. And you can see that it downloaded. Now what I do is I go ahead and I right mouse click down here at the bottom. Now I'm in Chrome. I say show in folder. It will show me that file that I just did. And then I will also open up a folder. And in this case, it was here. So I have this, and then all I do is right mouse click and drag it over, and I'm going to copy it here. However, since I've already done that, it'll just say, what do you want to do? And I'm going to say, go ahead and skip it. But that's how I know where the file is. So we're going to minimize this. We'll minimize this. So now it's all there is basically to the website. You just look around, find whatever PNGs that you want to use and download them. Then when you're ready to go use them, you can create a graphic for your Facebook page, a tweet for Twitter, for a website, a newsletter, whatever you want. You can do it very easily by utilizing some of these graphics. Now, let's do an example. I'm going to show you a bonus website. It's a photo editor called Pixlr, Pixlr.com. And I am using the E version, which is the photo editor. This is just as an example of using any editor to use one of these transparent PNGs. So what we're going to do is create a new picture. We're going to make it 1920 by 1080, and we're going to say go ahead and create. So we now have a blank picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up an image, and I am going to use this image, and there it is. Now I want to take that picture, so I'm going to go to a file and open image, and I'm going to find this couple and say open, and it opens it in a different drawing. And now, so what I have to do now is to go ahead and edit. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to move back over to here, and I'm going to say paste it. Oh, now it's very big, obviously. So what we need to do is move it down a little bit. We're going to resize it, and I got to keep it enough on the screen that I can keep doing this. So let's get it down. Now, why is the transparent nice? Well, with transparent, you can see all of that background instead of being white. It looks like it's a decal of the couple on the back of the computer. I can save that picture. If you don't want a picture, you can just do a background, open a new image. We'll do that again. Create. Well, this time give it a color, make it blue, and now we can take any other image, copy it all, and what we're going to do here is we're going to paste, and we can come here. We can now make that larger if we want, move it over. We've got a nice picture with a blue background, and so it's now transparent and it looks very nice on this blue background. In essence, that's all I want to show you today. So you've learned two new sites. You've learned Clean PNG and Pixlr. I'm Huey Poplock.